I just picked up 270 because I was having a tough time. I'm trying to kick it for the third time, but I haven't been talking about it lately because it's just too shameful. Because I already beat it twice and was done with it like for months at a time where I just wasn't, it was done. It was so great. So like, be done with it. The last time I was like a month and a half, I wasn't on it. And all I did was talk about how great it was not to be on it. And I didn't have any cravings. Like I said, it's the weirdest drug I've ever been on. I've only been addicted to two things before in my life. It's opiates and this stuff. I've done tons of stuff. You know, don't get me wrong, but nothing really you can get addicted to. Like, you can't get addicted to cocaine. I don't care what anybody says. I did it for years. It's out of your system in a little over 24 hours. The only addiction or craving you have for it is a mental one. I have bad mental addiction. It got to be with me where if I wasn't getting any, I wouldn't even want to go out. Like if I wasn't buying, you know, wasn't purchasing any, because I'd be like, what's the point? It's going to be a shitty time, you know? That's bad. But I mean, that was a long process that started small and got worse and worse. And I got off that a couple times and got back on a couple times. A lot of stuff. But nothing is like, nothing addicting, really, where my body would yell at me to do it, except the opioids are that way. And the 7-0 stuff's out. She's going, I'm going. I usually don't do this, but... yeah, so it's basically just opioids. Like I was on the Percocet blues, like a lot of America for a long time, and I got off those. I'm just trying to stick and move so people get off my back, but I think I did. Jesus Christ! Is that taking the Lord's name in vain? I don't mean to be. I say Jesus Christ, I'm like Jesus Christ. But I don't say God. And I never say something like that. But I don't know, is that bad? I have to figure that out because I say it a lot, so I mean, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this 7-0 thing is a fucking bitch. So I've been getting it down to like, I'm taking 5 per day now, which is what? I take the 15 meg pills, 75 meg. 125 meg. I'm not a mathematician, and I shouldn't be held to the standards of one. The thing is, it's like today, I took my 5 way too close together. I thought I'd be fine because it's still in my system, right? But no, I took a nap, and when I woke up, I was like, ugh. And I tried to down some kratom. We have kratom, like powder kratom, which does help. It helps a lot. Like I can only imagine what I'd be going through if I didn't have kratom. Yeah, it's just it feels just like withdrawal from Percocet or Oxy, whatever, you know. Choose your opioid, heroin, whatever. Heroin's probably a lot worse. I never had to withdraw from heroin, thank God. But hang on, I'm right back. Yeah, so those kind of drugs are the only ones I've found to be really addictive. You know, LSD and stuff isn't. I guess ketamine is after a while, but I never did it long enough. You know, that was something I did one summer a lot, and then I was like, all right, I'm done with this. Although it did get me to, it was the first time I ever saw it interdimensionally. And so that, I credit it with that at least. That was a weird situation. How you doing? Just quickly, when you do ketamine, you basically, the object is to get into a K-hole. That's the best use of it. It's what it basically is. It's just it's something that you get out of vet. It's a tranquilizer for animals. Cats use these on cats a lot. You take it, you put it in the microwave you turn it into powder, and then you snort it. Some nutty people, I guess, shoot it and stuff, but I don't know about that. So, yeah, it's a weird drug. Like, you do it, and as soon as you take it, you end up on the floor. Or I used to, anyway. My friends did, too. And, it's a hard to describe feeling. And then all of a sudden, it'll wear off, but it wears off instantly. So you go from being really messed up to just sitting up. It's a weird thing. But then sometimes you'll get like hallucinogenic kind of shit from it, where it'll feel like almost like LSD or acid or something like that. And one day that was what was happening to me in my friend's house, up in my friend's apartment. And I was sitting up there, and there was a bunch of us laying around. It was a drug house, basically. That house, oh my God. What a story that is. But I can't get sidetracked yet again. And as I was looking at his room, I was looking around his room, it was changing. Everything was changing. Like, I'd look over to where the dresser was, and the dresser would change its form to be an old dresser, like something from the 70s. And then it would change its form again to be a more modern dresser. And then like an old-timey dresser. Like, it kept changing. It was always a dresser, but it kept showing me dresser possibilities. But not just the dresser. Every piece of furniture was doing that. And I noticed the room itself was doing that, showing me different versions or different possibilities of the room. Like, have it being decorated differently. It was always the same size, always the same dimensions, and the furniture that was changing never went beyond its space, It would just change. It was like showing me all different versions of what it could possibly be. And then, as this is going on, at one point I hear people talking. And it wasn't in the room, it was like in the back of my head, or behind me. And I forget exactly what was said. They were like whistling, like that. And basically, the gist of the conversation was about what I was doing there. And kind of surprised that I was there, and how did I get there, and why was I there, and all this other stuff going on in the background, talking. And I was too messed up to really do anything. I was just kind of sitting there taking it all in. And then for a while after that incident happened, I kind of felt like I saw something, or I was in an area I wasn't supposed to be in. And this might have been just a delusion or something, but for a long time after that, I felt like I was being followed by these people. Like they had come into this world and were trying to follow me around. That went away after a while, but it lingered for a bit. What I was seeing is different possible realities, different, I guess, dimensional realities. If I had to guess what it was, that's what I thought was going on. So that's my sidetracked ketamine story. The stories of that house are pretty fucking... I don't do a lot of personal story type stuff though, because I don't think it's that interesting. But some of it kind of is. But anyway, the drug thing, yeah. This is only the second time in my life that I've had a substance that demands I feed it, or else I feel like absolute shit. So I was laying there, I'm looking at the time, it's like 8:30, I'm like, am I gonna be in this fucking state all night? It's almost like it feels like having a fever. When you get a fever and you can't get comfortable and you roll around and you're semi-hallucinating? It's like that. That's what an opioid withdrawal is like. And this is just like an opioid withdrawal. The only thing that's different is it starts and stops. Like all of a sudden they'll be like, okay, I'm normal. And then you'll start walking around and it'll hit you all at once. That usually happens even up to a couple of days after you're done with it. But this, I'm still actively taking it, but trying to cut down. So I think by doing that, it's prolonging all the shit. Like, I'm just prolonging everything by doing it this way. But I am taking less. And this is my third time having to go around with this. You know, just talking to my friend who works at the store there. He's like, man, I hope you get out of this. I hope you... I felt so bad because he's always so supportive and he's so happy for me when the last 2 times I did kick it. But, yeah, like, he was trying to tell me how much money I spent on it this year, and, the money he's trying to tell me via the point system they have. For every certain amount, $1 you spend, you get a point to then purchase other things in the store, which has been kind of good because we buy powder kratom from, well, it's not good, but buy powder kratom from there. So, you know, buying so much 7.0, I pretty much get most of the kratom I take for free because of the immense amount of money. And he told me how many points. It was 33,000 points I had done in the last year. I've never tried to work out what that is in dollars because I just don't want to know. And he's telling me, yeah, well, this might keep you away from it. You know, you've spent you've accrued 33,000 points this year. I'm like, what? What? Not this year, but in a year. Like from this time last year, when I first found 7.0, because it was September last year that I ran at 7.0. So it's been a year. I got off, got back on. Got off, got back on. And now I'm back on and been trying to get off. It's a fucking nightmare. It's never worth it. No drug is ever worth it. Any drug, I don't care what the fuck it is, the first time you do it, or the first time it works on you, because I'm the kind of guy that sometimes, I'm the kind of guy that sometimes I'll do a drug and it'll kind of go over my head. Like, I'll be like, I don't know, and if you feel like, I don't know. And maybe the second time, I'll feel it. You know, that even happened with weed. With for the whatever time it takes you to get high, to get really high, you are never going to have a time as good as that again. Ever. That first time you get really high from something, that's the best time you're ever going to have on it. Now, the second and third time might be pretty good, and that's what hooks people in. You know, you won't realize it, but the second, third time, you'll think it's just as good as the first time. You'll be like, oh, this is great. But no matter what it is, at some point, it starts to lose its effect, and you start taking more and more. And then, if you don't take a certain amount, it has no effect on you. You're like, what the fuck? I just fucking did, like, you know, this many pills or that many lines. It's like nothing. So then you try to just fucking, I'm not wasting money, or just wasting money. And then, so you try to stop, and that's when you feel the fucking effects of it. Like, oh, fuck. Now I have to do this, you know? It sucks. It's never worth it. I mean, if you're the kind of person that can do it, I'd say try anything 3 times. And if you can walk away after that, you're all set. So yeah, that's my, I'm not saying don't do drugs. I'm saying do drugs, whichever one you want, 3 times. And then after that, you're done. You have 3 shots. You can space them out even. You know, save them for a fucking Christmas party or something. I shouldn't give people advice on anything. I really shouldn't. Alright. I'm gonna let you go. I won't, I'm gonna finish this cigarette by myself. I won't torture you any longer. Thanks for dropping in. This is just a quick one. I just wanted to do this one while I was out buying some Mercy 7.0. But hopefully see you soon. Till then, don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.